All right. Welcome once again to another episode of Sports Therapy with FH Jr. Now, I am coming at a special time right after the Super Bowl. Hey, the hay is in the barn. We have champions. And when you're large and in charge, man, they call you chief. A little bit about the show. Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr., the show where callers will get 2 minutes to rip, rant, kick knowledge about all things NFL. A little bit about the rules for the rule breakers. On Sports Therapy with F.A. Jr., we don't talk politics. We don't talk race relations. I don't give a fat rat's butt what the Republicans are doing, nor do I care what the Democrats are doing. All are welcome to call in. The show is always sponsored by Crown Royal. And as usual, I'm always rocking the standard uniform, augmented by the cool beard. But tonight, I normally wear the official NFL hat since that lets everybody know that I am as neutral as Switzerland. But man, I'm rocking the Super Bowl champion because when you're large and in charge, man, they call you chief. Congratulations to the whole Chief family. I got kin folks in Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, all over the place that are Kansas City Chief fans. So congratulations to the Chief. It was a great game, well fought game. Overtime, you had ups, you had downs, you had guys leaving the game, you had injuries, you had playmakers, you had people missing field goals. You had it was a great Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, man. Although I was pulling for the Niners, um, I wasn't disappointed that the Chiefs won because I really didn't have a dog in the hunt. I just wanted to be entertained, and I was thoroughly entertained. I can tell you, man, can we say that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all times? Now there are some who will say that. I don't know. He may be the greatest quarterback presently or this generation's because when you have that man, Mahomie, you always have a chance. And boy, that man is worth his whatever they're paying, $400 million. I think when it's all said and done, I think Mahomes may be the first football quarterback or quarterback in the NFL to probably be, or should I say, probably sign a $1 billion contract. He's just that good. Um, a little bit about the game, man. It started off with it looked like it was going to be a typical 49er game because when I watch the 49ers, I always tell people it is the body shots that they give you. It is the constant wear and tear on you that eventually in the fourth quarter, you basically give up and cannot take it anymore. So, there were some crazy things going on, man. There was, man. Um, it was a good game. It was a good game. Wow. All I can say is wow. I thought the 49ers were going to run and hide. They had opportunities. But I would ask, why was the 49ers trying to feature Brock Purdy as a primary player? Why was we letting Brock just slinging around? It's like they got away from what they were doing, which was running the ball. But very similar to what the Ravens did when they got to the playoffs. It's almost like we forget to do the things that got us here. But all in all, man, it was the game was tied. Let's talk first quarter. Now, I'm gonna say this: we all have our Super Bowl pool, and that was an opportunity. That was an opportunity for me. Hold on, I got someone trying to call me here. Let's see what they want. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. Somebody's calling in. Sports Dad with F.A. Jr.
FH Junior is the Ravens extraordinaire, man. Brandon Cooper, man. Am
What
I
is
coming in loud and clear, my brother?
you are coming in loud and clear,
All right,
my brother.
FH Junior. I got a list of things I got to talk about for today,
Hey,
man.
hey, it's all you, brother. Go for it.
So number one, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning another Super Bowl. Arguably, I gotta say, Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback in NFL history. Throwing that out there.
Brandon.
Great game plan, great second half coming back, and the resilience of just never giving up. They made the smarter plays down the line.
Brandon,
If we looking at the Niners,
Brandon, when you're large and in charge, they
yep,
call you what?
call you the boss, man.
They call you chief.
He
They call you.
he and now let's go to the Niners. Now I want everybody to pay attention to this one statistic because Shanahan has lost 3 Super Bowls when he was up at halftime. All right, I'm throwing that out there.
ah,
So he was up on the Patriots when he was with the Falcons. And it's the second time he lost to the Chiefs. Now, what are what the Niners had them the second half? What were you doing?
man,
You had them on the ropes, man.
I asked myself the same thing. Why are we letting Purdy throw it around?
That's what happened when we played them. Why? You don't throw against the Chiefs. You run the ball, run play action, and you mix it up.
Run the ball, man.
Look, man. I'm the thing about me is you and I both know in sports especially, you don't get that many times to be great.
No,
It's a very short window in which you're able to be great and accomplish a lot of things in sports.
true.
And for us to just sit back and watch that happen, come on, my nigga.
Say,
Come on.
can we now say that Shanahan cannot win the big one?
He can't do it. This is the third time he's choked leading in the first half. And why has he choked all 3 games? Because what happened in the first game? You went away from the run when you was with the Falcons. You didn't control the clock, and now you forced to play a game where is my quarterback better than your quarterback, and you lose every time.
And we know that's not the truth. Purdy versus
But man,
Mahomes, it's no contest.
dude, this is the second time you done lost to Mahomes, and your ass was up. I don't know what to say. But like regardless, man, I know it's a bunch of Kansas City Chiefs fans in the DF Dub. You know how this goes. I'm out here in Addison right now. I stepped outside, man, for a little bit, but you know they going crazy right now, man. But I gotta give it to Mahomes. I gotta give it to the Chiefs. Man, salute. But from a football standpoint, you forced yourself into a game yet again where you're like, okay, it's my quarterback versus Mahomes, and this is what happened. You did the same thing with Jimmy G. It was okay. You forced yourself into a position where, okay, what quarterback can make the special plays at the end of the game? You don't do that. You don't do that when you have a generational talent you're playing in quarterback. Now, as far as my team, we didn't do what we were supposed to do as far as running the ball. I don't know what our team was doing because we ain't never won no game where Lamar threw the ball 40 times.
Nope.
Right? And I'm looking at this game. Okay, you put Pat Mahomes in a position where he was comfortable. That's what you don't do. That's when you lose the game, man. So, all in all, man, salute to Pat Mahomes. They won the Super Bowl. I kind of had no stake in the Super Bowl. I'm still salty. I'm a salty Ravens fan. I wanted to see Detroit and Baltimore. I felt like Detroit and Baltimore, top to bottom, were the 2 best teams in the NFL. But coaching got in the way of them 2 making it to the Super Bowl, and now Pat Mahomes won it again, and the Taylor Swift Bowl happen. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We got our Taylor Swift. We saw Ice Spice up there cooning it up in the press box. But at the end of the day, man, let this be a lesson to everybody out there listening. You don't get that many times in life to be great, man. Take advantage.
Truer words have never been spoken. Truer words have never been spoken, my brother. Now, let's break this thing down by quarters. Starting with the first quarter, Brandon, it looked to me like the 49ers was doing a good job playing keep away, controlling the clock, keeping Mahomes and his boys over the sideline. And they were establishing the run. Establishing the run. All of a sudden, I don't know, because, and I tell you and everybody else, man, I'm an old school coach. Sometimes to me, today's coaches, sometimes they overcoach the game. At halftime, because to me, I was thinking that the 49ers were going to basically play what I call bully football, which is they come out, they beat you up, and then in the fourth quarter, they wear you down. I think after halftime, the Niners allowed Kansas City to get back in the game by throwing the ball. It's almost like, why are you guys not running the ball? But you know what? And I'll say this. They also left too many points on the field. Patrick Mahomes don't throw too many interceptions. So he gives you one. You have got to do something with that interception.
Bro, you made the running back fumble twice and then Pat Mahomes. So he recovered one, but my thing is you had two takeaways. You're supposed to score off those takeaways.
They didn't. And then they start wanting to feature Purdy as a primary passer. I'm like, man, what are we doing? Unlike you, I really didn't have a dog in the hunt. I was for the 49ers because I just been following them all year. I like their style, because to me, I think, and I sent you a text message earlier, I think the only team that was able to physically match the 49ers and how they go about their business was the Ravens. And for some reason,
and you saw what happened when we played them.
Yes, but for some reason, you guys decided that y'all didn't want to play Ravens football anymore. You guys wanted to be somebody else. And
why? You go away from what you do best. And my thing is, too many teams want to try to prove that their quarterback is better than Pat Mahomes at what Pat Mahomes does. You don't do that. Just like the Ravens, we beat teams when you think you can do Lamar Jackson better than Lamar Jackson. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Bruh.
So saying, man, we got Patrick Mahomes and you don't. But I just saw when they came out going into the third quarter, it's like, what game are you guys playing? And I'll be honest with you, I thought that when the game went into overtime, I said to myself, 49ers take the ball, establish a run, and end this game. I don't know, brother. It seemed like that's what they were the intentions was, but for some reason I don't even know what the hell happened, man. It's like we get down to, I think, like the 10, 20-yard line, and now we want to start passing the ball once again. Like, man, seriously, you guys are ripping off 7 to 8 yards of carry. But there was a holding call that made a big difference. But I'm like, look, even though it was second down and freaking 10, come back and run it again. But nope, they decided they wanted to throw it. And then, long story short, they had to settle for a field goal. So,
it's tough, man. I mean, it was a hell of a way to end the season. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. but it's just like, damn, the whole league, man. The whole NFL had Pat Mahomes on the ropes halfway through the season, bro.
Yes. Yes.
Like literally, Pat Mahomes was in a position where that man was not going to make the playoffs.
No.
And was not going to win the division.
But
and the league had him on the ropes, man. I just as somebody who, and I think this might be because I'm 28. I'm still at that age where like I can see myself out there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But it's just like, man, you gotta seize the moment, man. You got him on the ropes.
The ropes.
Like yeah.
I know, bro. I know. But you know what I tell people is, and I called it. I say, man, there's about 4 teams. If they don't get it done this year, it is not going to happen. Now, I'll be honest, the 49ers were one of them. I had the 49ers, Ravens, Cowboys, and I said, hey, man, you guys, you're only in that Super Bowl window 3 to 4 years. When you don't get it done, NFL minutia takes place, which means there are a lot of dynamics that take place. Just like right now, 49ers, you can only keep all those weapons on the same team for so long. All of a sudden, you got to pay somebody. And then the style that they play, eventually those guys cannot continue to play at that level with the style that they play. It's just wear and tear. So I don't see the 49ers coming back next year. I could see them probably maybe making the playoffs, or they may not. They didn't get it done this year. As you can see what's happening with the Cowboys, they didn't get it done. Now everybody's leaving. You know, we just signed the defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, along with the defensive guy. Dan Quinn was the head coach. Then we signed the guy who probably would have been Joe Witt Jr., who probably would have been their defensive coordinator. We picked up him. Another one of the Cowboys' key coaches ended up going, I believe, to the Seahawks. But all that starts to happen, man, because now if you don't get it done in that window, a lot of dynamics take place. And I can see that taking place with the 49ers. You had your chance. You've been there. You've been in the playoffs. You've been to the Super Bowl. They didn't get it done. And all fingers.
Think about it. Think about it, too. Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl. He can demand a big payday. Now, they just like, we just going to play out your rookie deal.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Brock Purdy wins that game. Now it's like, okay, I finished top 5 in MVP voting. I made it to the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
Hey, now I can demand more money. But now, we just going to play out your rookie deal. You see what I'm saying?
And judging by what I saw, I can say if I am a 49er, I can say Brock Purdy is not the quarterback to get them to a Super Bowl. I mean, he's not the quarterback you can win a Super Bowl. People get mad when Cam Newton said he was a game manager, which he is. He is. He's a game manager. He's surrounded by
this game proves Cam Newton's point.
Yes. Brock is a game manager. He makes a few plays, but you cannot go out and feature Brock Purdy as someone that's gonna put the team on his back and carry them to the Super Bowl. That's gonna win a Super Bowl. Dak, to a certain degree, Dak is a game manager, but you have to manage him. Otherwise, you'll have the significant turnovers that will result in, a bad loss. So there are some guys like that. Patrick Mahomes, nah, that man is the truth. You have to give him the ball probably with about 1 second left. Because, dude, he makes plays when he have to. He just does, man. He's worth the money. If that brother never goes to another Super Bowl, the Kansas City Chiefs have gotten their money worth. What do you think about that?
What have we always said? if you make it to the playoffs, your quarterback worth the money.
Yes.
Think about it, because there's only 7 teams that can go to the. It's only 14 teams that can go to the playoffs.
True that.
Out of 30, out of 32, only 14 teams can go to the playoffs, which means there's 18 teams that don't make it. If you can make the playoffs, you're worth the money.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. And let me say this to you. Man, I'm watching this game today. And like most people, Brandon, I'm watching because I had a vested interest. My vested interest in the game was because I was on a Super Bowl pool. Now, my numbers, B, was 0-6. 0-6. Now, 49ers up 10-3. Going into the third quarter, toward the end of the third quarter, with, I don't know, man, brother, with less than 2 minutes to go before the third quarter end, and the 49ers were going to get the ball deep in their own territory. I'm starting to count my money because I know I got $500. Brandon, do you hear me, brother?
500, man?
$500. They kicked the ball.
Okay.
All the brother had to do was get away from the ball. A rookie.
And this is what the problem is. The Peter call. And if you're blocking on punt return, get the hell away from the ball.
Yes.
Number 28 or 23, the ball hit his leg and bounced off. Now, mind you, the kick returner dropped that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, come on, bro. This is stuff we work on in middle school.
Yeah. Now, I can't. First, I was so pissed off at the kick returner for just flubbing the ball. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Then I realized the ball hit his teammate in the foot, so he had to make a play for the ball. But I don't know. Just jump on it, man. Just jump on it. But he didn't just jump on it. 49ers get this ball back, and I'm thinking, okay. I'm thinking they're going to do me a favor because I'm a lifelong fan. I'm thinking they're going to do me a favor and just eat the clock up, man. Just go to the fourth quarter, and then you can do whatever you want to do in the fourth quarter. Why Mahomes had to throw a touchdown, man, and just rob me of my $500, bro?
Well, first of all, there you go betting on the game.
I was like, man, you talk about something that hurt? Bro, that hurt. But, once again, man, congratulations to the Chiefs. Because when you're large and in charge, brother, they call you chief. When you're large and in charge, man.
Salute to the Walrus, man. Andy Reid.
Yeah. Yes. Now, there's some who says Andy going to walk away after this year. If I had Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback, dude, there's no way I'm walking away. You'd have to wheel me out there in a wheelchair, and I'm still trying to coach because I got Patrick Mahomes. But nobody gets to go to the Super Bowl every year. You're lucky if you can go 2 or 3 times in your career. But eventually, all good things come to an end. I think for the Chiefs, they got a lot of up-and-coming teams coming up. And when you win, because one thing I was concerned about when I was watching the game was that looking at how the two teams started, I said to myself, the Chiefs are not as hungry as the 49ers. I could see that. The 49ers wanted that game. But I just think it came down to play calling, lack of adjustment by the head coach. And eventually the Chiefs, they just said, you know what? We are the Chiefs. If these guys are gonna see, the Chiefs are like Dracula. You know, you got to kill Dracula. You can stab him, whatever, but it's hard to kill him. And so when they had the chance to knock the Chiefs out, they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
Man, it's like you gotta cut their throat, man.
And they didn't. They didn't, bro. They did not do what they needed to do to. They didn't take care of business, man. Brandon, they did not take care of business. But hey, man, I got another caller trying to get in, brother. Get you a word or two in.
Hey, man, this is the final installment, man. This is Brandon Cooper, the Ravens extraordinaire. Man, look, next year, the Ravens will be playing on this day. Mark my words, man. We're going to get back to it. Hey, congratulations to the Niners. Congratulations to the Chiefs, man. Hell of a season. Those two teams earned it. People don't understand football is the hardest job and hardest sport to win in, man. Congratulations. But like I said, everybody be cautious. We don't get that many times in life to be great, man. Take advantage, man. I appreciate you, FH Jr., man. Much love, my brother.
All right, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Sports Therapy, FH Jr.
What's going on, my brother?
Homeboy Glenn.
What
say ye? Hey, man. Congratulations to them there Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Because when you
Chiefs rise again.
When you're large and in charge, brother, they call you Chief.
Hey, man, I tell you what, I will say this. Patrick Mahomes, whether you like him or not, you call him a villain, what you want to call him. You got to put him up there one of the best of all time.
You have to.
I told a guy at my job, I said, if he win this Super Bowl here, I said, regardless of what, if he don't win no more, you got to put him up there. And he up there.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah, you got to. It don't, you know, he ain't, it's a different situation with him and Brady, the way Brady won his Super Bowl. This man here done went through, man, it's tough. It's tougher now to win a Super Bowl when Brady will win him. And he done passed the test.
Well, to me, you don't have to win 6, 7 Super Bowls. If you can win 2, 3, you win 3, you could be in that talk of the greatest of all times. This was a special one, I believe, for the Chiefs because they went on the road and won this one. They went on the road and won this one.
Yeah.
I just think because I was talking to Brandon, one of my other callers, and one thing that we talked about was at some point we got to label Shanahan as a Super Bowl choker, man, because at some point he's led in all the Super Bowl games he went to. He's led, but he's lost. They came out, man, establishing the run, eating up their time of possession, keeping Patrick Mahomes and that explosive offense on the sidelines, playing 49er football. And they did not make any adjustments. At halftime, they came out. They started trying to let Brock Purdy throw the ball around. I'm like, who came up with this?
Hey, but what that tight end from the 49ers, Kittles?
Yes.
Did he play tonight?
Yeah. Now he injured his shoulder. He went in because at this point you run in, hell, they gonna give you a shot. They gonna give you a shot of cortisone to kind of keep you upright. And you can't tell me they didn't shoot my man Devo up too, because you out there playing with a pulled hamstring. That's because they give you that shot and you don't feel it. But you know what I'm saying? Because they can do that. So I guarantee he took a shot, bro. Both of them did. But they let the Chiefs hang around. And when you let a team hang around, this is what happens. Especially when you let a team hang around that's been there before. and that knows
And
how
you
to
got
win.
Patrick Mahomes.
And yeah,
And you got Patrick Mahomes.
yes.
I'm gonna say this here. They can say what they want to say. Patrick Mahomes in a class by itself in the quarterback position, and then you got the other ones, the Josh Allen, the Jalen Hurts, and who else? But Patrick Mahomes was a step above all the rest of them right now.
Oh, I agree with you. As far as in today's
He
quarterback,
in a class by. There's not nobody up there with him. Not Aaron Rodgers. You can't put nobody up there with him right now to compete.
no,
Just say they up there with him.
no, no. He's in a class all by
Not
himself.
no. Yeah, he by himself.
Yeah,
And as long as you got him and he stay healthy, and if you get a good decent defense, Kansas City keep their defense above average. They gonna always have a chance just with Patrick Mahomes.
well. Only thing that I was talking to Brandon about is that when you have a good team, your window for just winning and being on top, it only lasts no more than maybe 4 years. Not because Patrick Mahomes is not going to continue to be good. It's just that there's so many other dynamics. For example, you start having to pay some of those other guys. You know, some of those guys that you're not paying that much money. Then some of them get older. Then you start to bring in younger. You start to replace them with guys that may not be as good, may not buy into the system. Some of your coaches and coordinators, because when you win a Super Bowl, everybody raid your team and start taking your coordinators, your defensive coordinator off. They start taking your coaches away. So I think the Chiefs will probably be competitive next year, but keep in mind now they've been on top for at least over 4 years. So I don't see them getting back to the Super Bowl next year, but I see them always being competitive. But that's how I see it, man. That's just my point of view. I just noticed, just like with the Cowboys, you notice this year they didn't get it done. Now all of a sudden, hey, everybody's leaving, players leaving, coaches leaving. That's what happens. You look at the Eagles. All of a sudden, they're starting to sell out players.
Right. Yeah, I was listening to you all earlier talking about what Cam Newton's saying about Brock Purdy, and he hit the nail on the head, man.
Yeah, they got mad at him.
If he was in New England or anywhere else, he probably would be a starting quarterback.
Oh no, because when you look at what the 49ers have as far as that team. And you got Ayuk, you got Jennings, you got Kittles, you got Devo, you got Christian, you got he got weapons. So
that's right. You took Mac Jones. You could have took Mac Jones.
Yes.
From New England, put him with San Francisco, and still get the same results.
You got the same results. You would have.
Mm-hmm.
So he is a game manager when you have that kind of talent. Now, if you put Patrick Mahomes on that team, you win maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 Super Bowls in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
build a dynasty down there.
Oh yeah. You would at least won 4 to 5 Super Bowls with that team and that talent. Yeah, with that team and that talent.
That's great.
But
yeah, they get tired of looking at you.
Yeah. Only thing would have happened was eventually those guys would have got old. They'd have got old. Because also when you win a Super Bowl like that, the players know, okay, hey man, I got a Super Bowl, I got 2 Super Bowl rings. Now it's time for me to go get paid. They go to teams and they don't care whether they win another Super Bowl or not. Hell, they just going now. It's about getting paid. So you're gonna see a lot of the Kansas City guys start to leave and go other places because they got to cash in. I can't blame them.
Yeah, true.
I can't blame him.
It's man. I tell you what though, Kansas City, they got whether you like them or not. they started out like your man was saying earlier. One time they looking like they weren't going to even make the playoffs, but they kept hanging around. And anytime you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes, he gonna always be consistent. He gonna throw an interception or something
It ain't like he threw a lot of interceptions, but he always gonna be consistent,
Yep.
and he gonna always have a chance as long as you got him.
Yes. And the 49ers left too many points on the field. Patrick Mahomes throws you an interception. You got to cash it in. They didn't. My man fumbled the ball while on his way for a touchdown. They didn't get anything out of that. But I just know you have got to, when Patrick Mahomes gives you an interception, man, you got to do something with it. The 49ers played their brand of football. I just know from the third quarter, they got away from it. And sometimes, like, and we talked about this, that sometimes these young coaches, they outcoach themselves. They'll come up and, it's like, why are we making this big change to the game plan? This is what we do. Third quarter, they got away from what got them there, what was winning for them. They got away from it. They started to allow Brock to just come out slinging around. One while, they let Brock Purdy throw the ball 4 times in a row. I was like, on 4 possessions, they let him throw the ball 3 times in a row. Didn't even run the ball at all. I said, man, you got Christian McCaffrey.
And that's not his style of playing.
No. And you're not getting any of those other guys into the game. It's almost like the question you asked me, did Kittles even play? They didn't get anything out of him.
No, didn't hit too much from Debo.
Nope. Nah. Didn't get anything out of him. Now Jennings was playing. You didn't get too much out of Ayuk because they were letting Brock Purdy just and the Chiefs said to themselves, well, if they gonna feature Brock Purdy, we gonna blitz him, and that's what they did.
Yeah. Kansas City defense though, they did good this year.
Yeah.
They defense carried them this year.
Yeah, because normally it's the offense and the defense just kind of don't lose the game for
them. Yeah, you're true. But the defense saved them this year.
Who was named MVP?
Man, I think it was a good Super Bowl tonight, though.
Oh, it was. It really and truly was. Although I wanted the 49ers to win, but I'm not disappointed that the Chiefs won. Now, I like the Chiefs. I'm not disappointed that they won. It's not like I'm just, oh, man, my team lost. No. Number one, homeboy Glenn, I wanted to see a good game. I didn't want to see a blowout.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see a blowout. I didn't. I was hoping they would show the guy who ran across the field, the so-called stripper. I want to see them beat the crap out of him. But, they don't show that anymore. And, we were coming up, they would show when someone run across the field. I looked at it on the internet, and it seemed to me it was somebody that probably had a bet.
More likely that's what it was.
It seemed to me it was somebody that somebody had bet, hey, dude, I bet you such and such that you won't run out in the field. Hell, I bet I will. How much you want to bet? Man, I give you $500. You know what I'm saying? It was a bet. I guarantee it was a bet. Yeah. And I was glad that the fella wasn't just straight nude. He just ran out there with his shirt off. But hey, man,
that's all entertainment too. I see people do a lot of them.
Yeah, it was somebody that he's had it wasn't a dare. That was most of what you would call a bet, man. You bet me this, I'm gonna go and do that. Yep. Yes, sir. That was an old-fashioned bet.
I think Kansas City got a little mini dynasty going on up there.
Oh, yes.
In the Midwest. And like you always say, you got your 3-year winner.
Yeah, that 3-year winner.
They achieved there.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
They did.
And they achieved there.
And all Kansas City need to do from now on out is just be competitive. If they be competitive from here on out, oh, man, the fans are going to be there. Hell, they did. And I truly believe that Patrick Mahomes, when it's all said and done, he may be the first quarterback to earn $1 billion in the league playing football because they're gonna have to sign him again because he's young enough where he's gonna come up for another contract. And I think he probably will get close to $1 billion.
And I would go so far to say this: if he don't get hurt or get injured, or they don't have no major injuries, they gonna be back in the next year. Because as long as you got him, you got a chance. It's just, hey man, people might not want to look at it like this, but man, you think about Jordan in his era. It's just like competing against Jordan. He beating them all.
Yeah, but just think about it, man. If Jordan had Scottie Pippen and he had Pippen and Rodman, he wouldn't have been in that. He wouldn't have won the ring. That we see what people feel like. It's football. We're gonna digress a little bit for basketball. Because people say, "Oh, well, Jordan, he's the greatest." Yeah, he's great football, a good basketball player. He's the greatest offense. But if you take Rodman and Pippen away,
That's
Jordan,
right.
he doesn't accomplish any of those things because nobody,
Yeah.
he does.
But you take Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah,
You look at Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is really he don't have no a Batman. I mean, no Robin. You see what I'm saying?
well,
Nowhere you can say Jason Kelce.
I was gonna say you take Kelsey away from that, that'd be a whole different ball game for him because when you play Mahomes, you gotta the defense got a scheme for Kelsey too, and they so in
Yeah.
sync. They so in sync. Now it took them a while to get adjusted when they lost to Cheetah because, but I think if you take Kelsey away, I think he would still be good. I just think if you take Kelsey away, he probably would be just Dan Marino
Yeah.
because
Man, because I tell you one thing, you might not admit it. I bet Cheetah wish he was still there sometime.
hey, he said it today that he missed. But at some point you still have to go get paid. Because football
Yeah.
is a business. Football is a business. That's why I was
It's all
saying that
business.
it's a business. Kansas City, they don't won a Super Bowl, but I guarantee you a lot of those guys on the Chiefs teams are like, bro, I don't got 2 or 3 rings. I gotta get paid. They can look at some of these
It's
teams that
true.
got a lot of money, like have a lot of money to spend. Like, hey, you know what? I'm a good lineman, good offensive lineman. Man, I gotta go get paid. I got 2, 3 rings. I don't need another ring. I need cash. So
Like
that's
a guy
what.
like a guy like Snead,
Yes.
like a defensive back Snead.
Yep.
But like I said, man, it was a good Super Bowl. Football was good this year.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to everything go well. Hope my Steelers get Justin Field to come over there. We could be doing the same thing.
I think y'all one quarterback away.
Yeah, but I tell you, man, we you got to do something because you got Lamar Jackson, the boy from Cincinnati, and Deshaun Watson from Cleveland. You can't have you got to have somebody with some kind of talent
And,
in
and,
that division.
and I was
You
gonna say,
can't have no Kenny Pickett, no Tannehill, or none of them type of guys coming over there. Thinking you gonna compete with them quarterbacks.
in you all division, that is so true because everybody else got a quarterback, a type of quarterback that can win a game, that can make a difference down the stretch. You guys need that.
That's right, man.
Kenny Pickett is not that. If the Bears get crazy enough to give up on Fields, if y'all make the move, I think that'd be a good fit. I think it'd be a good fit.
Yeah, but I don't. I just don't see. I just don't see our organization want to pay that. Want to. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I think that'd
I
be.
hope we do, but I just don't see it.
I think that'd be a good fit for you guys, man. I really and truly do. I think that would be a good fit. Because if you think about it, I don't think you would have to give teams won't have to give up a lot to get Fields because at the end of the day they just simply wait because if the Bears decide to keep that number 1 pick and go with Williams, then they got to move Fields, and people can sit there and get him for next to nothing, really. Because I wouldn't trade a first.
True, yeah.
I wouldn't trade a first round for him because I like, okay, you know what? Nah, because if teams just wait, then they could probably have him for maybe a third or fourth round draft pick. Because what is the Bears gonna do with two starting quarterbacks? Because it's not like Fields is gonna be happy. You you keeping him around and you just going and drafting the Williams. That's not gonna be good for the team. So if teams just really wait, they can pretty much get him for next to nothing.
Yeah. If I was that coach from Atlanta Falcons, I'd be going after him
Yeah,
to
that
let him grow. To let him grow with him.
yeah, that's what it's looking because but me myself, I'm still not convinced that Williams is going to be that great of a quarterback because it's just my opinion, though, homeboy Glenn. I just think from what I've seen in the last couple of years, you ain't guaranteed that the first round draft pick is going to be a Patrick Holmes or any of those, man, because you could just assume trade all your assets away and end up with some guy that's a bust like Wilson. And that's what set us back, man. We picked up. I mean, the kid's not alive anymore. God bless, rest his soul. But um, I didn't think that was a good pick because the young man only played like 1 year, and from Ohio State, he only played 1 year, but he won the championship, and everybody fell in love with all those stats or lack of stats. So you got to look at that, man, for what it is. I would
Yeah.
take. I would rather have a veteran, not a veteran quarterback, but I would rather have somebody like a Fields who's got a year. He's young. He's got a year under his belt. Um, he's got a good upside. He been to war. He knows what's expected. Then bringing in some rookie. I wouldn't. I would personally, if I was the Bears, I would trade that first round pick to some team that really needed, and then I would fleece them for everything I could get out of them, and I would keep my man. That's what I would do. Just saying.
I would too. I would send that pick to Denver. Send Denver the number one pick for they number 8 to 9 pick, and tell them to give me Patrick Surtain.
I'd have to get him. I had to get a whole lot. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna fleece them for what for what they got. They got to give up some stuff. But yeah.
I tell them give me Surtain and that wide receiver Sutton.
Oh, I agree. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, but homeboy, let me get another call in here, man. Then we're gonna be able to shut this bad boy down for the whole year.
All right, brother. Look at you. Take care. Love you. Take care, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Hey,
Yes, sir.
you got something coming your way tomorrow, man. So make sure you check and get that birthday gift I sent you, brother. Happy belated birthday.
All right. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
Yep. All right, that's my homeboy Glenn checking in. And what people don't understand about me and my homeboy Glenn, man, I love him like a brother, man. We go back to, I make a joke about it. I say, hey, we go back to the days of potty training. But he is one of my near and dearest of friends, man, and he will always be because our relationship is much, much bigger than a talk show, man. It is. But you know what? We're going to keep rocking and rolling, and then we're going to talk about a few other things, man. Folks, let me get serious a little bit because this is the last show for this season. Last year I experimented with a little thing, which March Madness. I may do it again. I may not, but my flagship is football. NFL football. When I came up with the concept of sports therapy with F.H. Jr., I said that I would stick with NFL football. That's just me. I like it. It's a way that I can kind of get away from the craziness of life. So as we wrap things up, I would like to thank all of my listeners. My homeboy Glenn from Arkansas, Brandon from D1 Ignorant University, Jay in Grand Prairie, H-Town Bridget. I'd like to thank all those who call into the show, because for me, this is more of a therapy for myself. I enjoy it. It's a hobby. May do something a little bit more next year with the show. There is we just may do some more things about expanding, but I will never get away from the concept of what sports therapy is all about. I will continue to probably broadcast the show from the crib because I get a real good deal with the landlord. Some people don't understand that joke. Let me break this down. I am the landlord, so ha ha he he. At the beginning, we went through 17 games plus the playoff plus the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, we have the champions are the Chiefs. When you're large and in charge, they call you Chiefs. Congratulations to the Chiefs. As we wrap it and cap it and cap it and wrap it, this is the final game for this season. I've already thanked those who allowed me to be me. The number to call was always 940-329-4110. Crown Royal will continue to be our sponsor because that's my drink. When you ever see me out in the streets in a crime fight, man, give me a bottle of Crown Royal and say, crown me, baby. I'm going to post a lot of the show as far as for those who didn't get a chance to listen to the show. We will post the entire show on my webpage, YouTube, Instagram. And most of all, I would like to thank the support of my family. Love them to death. We're good country folks. And I like to thank all those. We will see you next year. Goodbye, everybody.